ahead and get started. We are on week 5, I believe, which is awesome. So welcome to week 5. I'm really proud of you. I think the majority of you have been on here every single week. So give yourself a round of applause. That's a lot of, consistency and dedication. I love that factor. Really tonight, I just wanted to go over a little bit, and I'm going to share the screen here. Really tonight, I just wanted to go over a little bit about what we did last week. So I'm going to share this part and recapping some of those things that we did last week. We're going to talk about the September corporate promotions, talk about front loading. I spoke a lot of individual messages when I said, let's get your month front loaded, and people really didn't understand what that was. So I wanted to talk about that. And then I wanted to really talk about samples and turning that samples into cash. So first I wanted to talk, I know many of you guys were in the party, thought I would give a few minutes to start with. First of all, thank you, Mary. Mary did a lot of back work for me and with me. I shouldn't say for me, but for all of us, and back work. So expect a little something cute in the mail, just for the extra effort that you gave there. Because really,
thank you.
You really did, guys, because we all know that I am not the best verbiage as far as I can get it out orally. But then typing something and getting something down, I have dyslexia. It always is wrong. People are always sending me something saying, hey, did you know? No, I did not know. So I sent some things to Mary and said, please, can you make these 80s for me? And it's like, I'm on it. So I appreciate all your help. So just a little feedback. I think we had 14 orders come out of the party, which I think is pretty good. We only had 15 brand partners in the party. So, for having that, I think that that's really good. But I also think there was more in this party that we did these 2 days. There was more commenting than we've ever had that I've been in a long time in the party. So I thought that that was really, really good. I loved the suggestion of the day before, just posting all of the fun questions, nothing to do with the company, so that it got people looking at the looking at the party, really paying attention to the party. I think some folks were a little discouraged because their people weren't commenting on Neora. If you really go in there and look, there's some people that have been in party after party after party that kind of know the game. So they're already customers, they're commenting. But what I paid attention to, and I don't know if you guys did, is you can actually also see on the side where it says seen. So if you click seen, you can see all of the people that actually have seen the post. That's what you're really looking for. Yes, some people are going to comment more than others because some people like the prizes and things like that. And then, but if they look at the post and they open it, that means that they've looked at the notification when something came up and they've seen that. I also put the group public, so that for the public reason is you'll notice I shared several times my post onto my regular feed. So my post in the group, I shared to my regular feed when it was kind of like a funny, cute thing, which in turn, if somebody looked at that post, then they could see inside the party. So then they were seeing the party without attending the party. So they never attended the party, but if you go through and you look at the post, and I went through and looked at all of every post to see, who actually saw the actual post, which is a great way, because then I also exposed even more people that weren't in the party. So all in all, I really do think whether, you got the exact results out of it, I really think that the activity did a very good job at, quote, front loading your month. So does anybody else have any thoughts about the party that they would like to share? Maybe something that they loved, maybe something that they, I don't know, would like to see different in future, whatever you would like to share. I know not everybody was on the party, so this will give you a good idea of some things that people liked and what they found about the party.
I love the way you guys all dressed in costume. I love that. That was so fun. And to me, it gave sort of what we were going for, as far as that we're all having fun together, that we're supporting each other, and not just being about the products. It was like, oh my gosh, like look how much fun they're having. So I thought that was a pleasant surprise for me.
Yes,
To
I
see all you
felt
guys.
like when two people, I'm like, crap, I don't have anything 80s, and then like, oh wait, I got all those dresses, all those homecoming and prom dresses, and then literally my husband's in the office right down the steps, and I started walking down in the white dress, which was my eighth grade graduation, and he mouths through. It's a glass French doors. He's on a call, and he goes, "What is going on?" I was like, I need you to take some
That's funny.
pictures. So it was kind of funny. And then, of course, because we've been, for those of you that don't know, we've been quarantined for about 2 weeks now. So we have until Saturday, one more week of quarantine. So it was a little comic relief for our family. So I loved it. And then Julia's pulling out a bomber jacket. Rhonda pulled out her high school Letterman jacket. I loved it.
That was great.
So it was super fun. Anybody else have thoughts on like anything? I don't know.
The only thing I would like to see is going forward, like, when we voted about when we wanted to do it, like we voted on Tuesday night if we wanted to do it like that following Thursday and Friday or whatever, if we wanted to do it the next week. So I voted the next week because I wanted to have like that whole week to kind of prepare more. And then we talked about Tuesday night, and then we still did it, like 2 days later. So if we had more time to prepare instead of just, that same week, I would really like that if we could do that.
I think I just went off of the majority, Alina. Like, so I know that.
No, I'm saying that more time in between to prepare, not the days that it was, just the distance with the time frame from when we decided what we were doing to when it actually started.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I don't know if other people feel that way. I think you guys are probably more experienced with the Facebook parties, and I feel like I just kind of got this one like right in the middle of it. Like I really started to understand how it worked, because I did one and I didn't get any results from it. And then I did this one, and I don't think I made any money on it, but I feel like I got, like you said, I front loaded, I have a lot of people I can follow up with from it. And I just really understood how the whole thing worked, because we decided on Tuesday what we were doing, and then we were already doing it. On Thursday, I was already trying to get, things prepared for it. So there just wasn't a lot of preparation time.
Yeah.
When you say preparation,
So
what are you preparing?
Like just what I want to say to everyone. I just want to wrap my head around it more than that I'm going to have a party in 24 hours and I've got all these other things coming at me as a mom and a homeowner and, that kind of thing.
Okay. Did you think that by knowing the week before that we were going to do it on the 26th, that you could have invited people to the party on those?
Yeah, I think I could. Yeah, that's the real thing, is inviting people, having more time to invite people rather than just the last minute and start talking about it and saying, hey, we're doing an 80s party, a week from now. Are you interested in it? I can send you an invite, just kind of doing more preparation for getting people to join in on it. I feel like there's a lot of us commenting on it, and I didn't really have time to prepare my people on how to comment on it. I guess I'm not that good at Messenger. I got better at it during that 48 hours, but Messenger and like working on my phone is not a thing that I do a lot. I always worked on a computer before in my job. So I'm learning more how to work with the phone now, but it's taken a lot of time. Just like doing pictures and learning how to work with Messenger. I mean, I'm a typer. Like my kids, when I start typing on this, are like, Mom, you're so slow. So I think that if I had that preparation time to get my customers and to communicate with my customers, that's the big thing. You know, some of them you want to talk to them. We don't want to just like say, oh, we're having a Facebook party, come in and comment. And that's what I was trying to do that first time. And that's why I didn't do the one in between, because I just was frustrated with trying to tell people about how to go in and comment and how to be involved in the party. So I feel like I've had more time to prepare them rather than Tuesday night to it starts on Friday.
Do you think we should, this month, Melissa, do you think we ought to start talking earlier in the month about the format of the party, and then we might have more time like Lena's asking for? So I was going to throw out maybe some ideas about a party for this month.
Okay.
And just, you know, if we can think earlier in the month, like what our theme is going to be, and then get feedback from people, you know, when they want to do it, then that might satisfy Lena's request to know more in advance. But
I would second that.
I was thinking, one of the things that impressed me about one of my friends who's a cabbie, she does cabbie, and I would love to have her on my team. She's so dynamic and incredible and well-spoken, and she's totally into fashion and beauty. And one of the reasons that I joined Neora specifically is because it tied into my long lost desire career to be like, you know, in beauty and a hairdresser. Like I wanted to be a hairdresser. I wanted to be in beauty. I wanted to do like fashion, all that stuff when I was growing up. And my parents like convinced me that, you know, I was too smart for that. And so I needed to like hone in on my math skills instead. But this sort of feeds that for me. And one of the things about Carrie with Cabbie is that it's not, for her, it's not just about the clothes that she's peddling. Like she will give us tips and tricks about beauty and that sort of thing. Like she always, whenever she has a party in house, she always has like party favors, and she'll give us like some little trinket or whatever. I'm not saying we need to give people trinkets, but something that having to do with that whole notion of that whole you know, the last time she gave us her favorite makeup tool was this long mascara brush that not only served as a mascara brush to separate her eyelashes, but also took off. You could use the tip of it to scrape off the mascara that you accidentally dabbed into your you know, eyelid when you were putting your makeup on. But my point is that what if we were to like structure a party not just around Neora and the products, but something that we have to offer people, like some my other friend who does Juice Plus, like she's always giving out recipes and giving out, she's not asking for orders as much as she's giving advice. And maybe I wonder if we could do something like that where we're giving back to our people. We're giving them tips and tricks. We're giving them advice. We're giving them recipes. We're, you know, helping them with their anti-aging, you know, the whole, you know, anti-aging overall, not just Neora products. But is that resonating with anybody?
Yeah, I actually, Carrie is actually my Cabbie person also. I have this because it was so what she does is every season they have a theme, and it might be Spain. And so she'll put like she'll make a dinner, and she'll make some kind of like a Spanish rice dish, and that's what we'll eat. And then she'll put something from Spain in here, and then she has her Cabbie booklet, and like she said, like some kind of little trinket or powder or lip gloss or something like that. So she makes it. And those are actually only for her hostesses. It's not for her guests. It's for her hostesses. So in the beginning of the year, at the beginning of the season, she invites, Angela's probably invited to it as well. So we as hostesses get invited because we throw parties for her. So she's kind of spoils her hostesses, which is kind of a cool thing. But I think what Angela's maybe trying to say is that if we're doing the 80s, maybe there's something we can put together for our people that's not very expensive. We can send it in the mail, even, especially if we have, that would be a lot of time in preparation. Because they're like doing a whole season. But maybe giving them some kind of a gift or putting something in the mail, even our flyer. For the 80s, that might be kind of fun. That might have gotten them even more interested. So I think we would have more people come if we had a little bit more time rather than like 48 hours to get people to come.
Well,
Right, I'm
I
gonna
think,
jump in.
can I jump in here? I think the challenge here is, these parties that we've been to, and I went to one of the fashion parties with Angela, is, we're kind of restricted now because of COVID, and we're not, all in one room together, and, giving a gift, a party favor, or something like that is kind of hard to do. And it, I understand what Angela's saying in terms of providing advice and kind of switching the focus off of that we're not selling, but providing advice and stuff like that. And I'm wondering if because we're limited to this platform of Facebook, if we couldn't, like, I know on Zoom calls, there's an ability to do a poll, and and so we could ask questions of the people who are participating, well, what's your biggest skin challenge? What's your biggest hair challenge? And start to get some feedback like that. But I think that we have to kind of adapt what we're doing, because we're not in the same kind of platform as we are if we were all at somebody's house having a party.
I've never even been to a party. The funny thing is I'm giving one in front of 40 people at the end of the month, so I have to figure out what the heck I'm doing. But those are some great ideas.
I'm going to jump in with my own 2 cents here, and I've got to log off in a couple of minutes. I wasn't able to join the party, but Julie added me in on Sunday, so I jumped in. I thought it was one of the simplest parties put together. There was a lot of fun interaction. It wasn't all Neora. Everybody split out, so the quick little 3 minutes of why, and the different people who did those, I saw Misty's and Dawn's and Julie's and others. Those were real fun and informative and showcased our team. But you can always do a gift giveaway or something special for the people that you invite to the party, or you can do follow-ups with them. So I don't think we have to complicate this at the bigger level. I mean, because we can always do individual parties as well. And I don't know. Are we overthinking it? I don't know.
Lynn, I'm not laughing at you. Angela's son just did something funny in the background, so I'm sorry.
Okay.
Yeah. Something.
Busted.
So I
Sorry.
kind of was mad at myself that I was traveling last weekend, and I was a little bit mad at myself that I was quick to say, I've got stuff going on with work. I've got to go help my parents out with something. I'm not going to be part of the party. And when I saw the party, I could have easily asked, 6 friends to come, even if 3 would have showed up to the party, and I could have done that 3-minute, hey, this is why. I could have done a fun post with 80s hair, showed a crazy picture or something. And maybe I would have gotten some interest or follow-ups or able to sample somebody an interaction that I hadn't exposed to Neora in the past. Because of the way you guys did the party, it was a lot less effort and a lot less on each person. So you don't have to do all that upfront work, even if you get a couple of people there, I guess is my point. That's an observation.
Thank you, Lynn. And so I think what I'm hearing just from the people is, I think what Angela and Lena may be saying, and let me just take this back a little bit. obviously all companies are different, are able to give out different hostess gifts, and different people are able to provide and financially give out different gifts. So I like that suggestion, Lynn, of course, individually we can all do different gifts and things for our own customers. That's one of the reasons why we just said Miura Cash, so that everybody had that opportunity to choose the amount that we could give to our customers if they quote won one of the top 5 positions. I think what the tips and beauty and little giveaways would be a great suggestion for your VIP customer groups. That's where I think that that belongs. I don't believe that that necessarily belongs in a quick 2-day party. Those quick 2-day parties are meant to be very similar and duplicatable to what we would be having in an in-person type situation. So you want to be able to have a brand new person jump on and be able to say, okay, here's your post, or, like, okay, so let me take it a step back. You want to be able to, when we were having live things, you want to be able to go in and say, okay, make a couple things for food, make it super simple. The expert comes over, they talk up for a few minutes. So that's Thursday. We're chatting, we're talking up, we're sharing things. Then you introduce the products and you share all the different products. You share what you love about them. Obviously, we could do a video because that's quick and easy and you can get that done really, really quickly. And then you do the ordering process and find out what people love most, and you're basically done. And you get a hostess gift. Some people did, some people didn't. So, we want to make sure that our parties online are as duplicatable as possible with switching up themes, but making sure they're duplicatable so that if somebody comes in brand new, that they have that ability to jump in and be like, okay, this is super easy. This is not that complicated. I just have to invite people and post one time and share one video of myself. And there were several that was like, oh, I don't feel comfortable going live. Awesome. Pre-record. Oh, I don't even feel comfortable going pre-record. Awesome. Just put up a picture of your family, yourself, your whatever, and give your why in a verbiage way. And so you want people to feel as most, comfortable, but in a quick way. But I do love the thoughts and suggestions that you guys have given. I think that that would be great. So, for you guys to have a, group and say, okay, Angela, you have 30 people that are customers that have purchased, make it a VIP customer group. And you throw in, my customers personally get an email with a special offer and gift every single month, but it's not duplicatable. So I don't share that because Mary or Janice may not have the financial ability, time, whatever to offer that. So that's why that's not something that I don't typically like share as a group VIP customer group. Does that make sense?
It does, but I think that the big thing that I really want to be able to do out of this is we had like 100 to 120 people in the group and we got like 14 orders. So that's like 10%. If I look at my Zooms that, and obviously you have helped me, you've done every one of them for me. My percentage in my Zooms is probably 75 to 80% of an order. So I guess what I want to learn how to do is, I just invited people because I was trying to figure out how to do the picture. I don't know if that took me an hour or how long it took me to get dressed and, do everything and then find somebody to take a picture for me and get whatever props I needed. So I spent that time Wednesday doing that, or Thursday, whatever day it was. And I was listening to everything that we were doing, and I don't know what else I was doing, but I went in and asked probably, I don't know, 20 or 30 or 40, I don't even know how many, it was probably about 30 people. And every time I had to go in and plug in 80s party. I couldn't find it in my groups. I don't know if I have a bunch of groups that I need to get rid of, but I was having problems finding it. Towards the end, I had no problem finding it at all. So I basically made my list, and I have like 12 people out of it that I know were in it, but they weren't in it. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know that they really I've tried to go through the looks of the scenes and I can see some of them, but then I get kicked off or something, or I get interrupted. So I can't really go through the whole list because it takes a long time to see who really did see everything. So I guess what I'm trying to find out is a way to really connect with those customers and to take that time to really connect with them before the party to be able to explain more to them what they're really doing and how it's beneficial for them to do it.
I think that'd be great for you to start a VIP group with just your customers to do that, so that you're reaching out
Just the people who are already customers.
to already customers or people that were in the party and say, hey, I have a great a VIP customer group where I give you more information and give you tips and things that I find that are the way I use the products, when I use the products. I take, tips like for your wellness, for the hair care and different things like that. And then you throw your promos in, and then you do have that contact with them. Hey, I'm having a party. It's a, XYZ theme. It's going to be XYZ date. And I would love for you guys to join. Here's how you're going to join. I'm going to send you a link. I mean, those are perfect ways for you to do that in a VIP customer group.
So I guess whoever had the most customers order, which I think it would probably be you, Melissa, and probably Julie. And I think Mary has a lot of experience. I like to learn to see what they're doing to actually get those orders. Like, none of my people who have been customers are really ordering from me again. The ones that ordered a couple of months, they're not ordering from me again, and my fault from the first show.
Okay.
One of the things that I've noticed, Lena, and I don't know if this helps you at all, but I sort of agree with you. Like, I started as a brand partner right before COVID hit. And so we were planning my parties to be in person, and then we had to switch to Zoom. And so the first couple of parties that I had were on Zoom, and I agree. Like, I had, percentage-wise, I had way more orders through that. What I have found with the Facebook parties is that a lot of my existing customers will order a second time. So the two people that were my orders, they had already ordered from me that month and ordered again. And I don't know if it's because they're just are nice people and get excited and want to do it, or if it's the drawing that does it, or the free, the New York cash or whatever. But so I don't know. I think the last Facebook party I did that was 80s that I did on my own. I think I had only one new customer, but I had previous customers order more things. So I don't know.
So
I think
previous customer thing than it is a new customer thing.
Well, to my only thing is that I just have found that Facebook is something that that I'm more comfortable at. So I like getting on there, and I like commenting, and I like responding to people. And so for me, it works. But I think that if it's not like something that you feel is comfortable with and Zoom feels better, then maybe that's something we could try to do, Melissa's alternate, like one month do a Zoom and the next month do a Facebook again, or if that's too difficult, or maybe someday we can have face-to-face parties again. That would be so nice. But I just know for me personally, like I like the Facebook parties because now that I kind of have the post, it was a lot of effort at the beginning, but like Melissa said, I did a lot of work. All I really did was take the posts that I had done before, adapt them a smidge, add a question at the end, and send them to her. So like once I did the work, it was done. But I found that they're successful for me. I had invited some people to other Facebook events, and it was like crickets. So I don't know.
I thought the structure was amazing. The structure and the theme and everything was incredible. And I was like, I think I already told Melissa this, I was like halfway through, I was like, oh my God, I totally screwed this up. And I didn't spend enough time before.
Mhm.
You know, so kind of say, if you've only got married and you planned a wedding one time, you don't really know what you're doing. I feel like the next time, and I will plan another wedding, hopefully, but the next time I do a Facebook party, I'm going to know exactly what I'm doing, you know, or
Yeah.
have a much better sense of what I'm doing and could be more prepared. So,
Hey,
I am
Lena. Lena, can I offer you
excited.
something? I don't know if it'll help or not, but I have customers that have been with me for over 4 years, and one of the things I do is I say, "Oh, I know you ordered this, this, and this, or X, Y, and Z," as Melissa says. I
Mhm.
know you probably are not going to need Z this month. Do you need more Y? Or would you like to try ABC? You know, and I just kind of let them know they can just mix it up as much as they want, or even take a month off. Hey, if you need to take a month off, let me know. I can delay you, and then we can get back on ordering, you know, and I just stay in touch with them. So I don't know if that'll help or not, like with people that kind of quit
Yeah.
ordering,
My
but
people
just
right
kind
off
of,
the bat are like, they don't want anything to do with the ADO thing at all. They're
yeah.
like,
And I tell them I don't do that. I give you the cheaper price, and then I'll get back with you. And if you want me to cancel, I'll cancel. Like I really kind of put the ball in their court, even though I have them as an ADO. Does that make sense? I don't know if
yeah,
that
I
makes
just tell them
sense.
right off the bat, oh no, you don't have to do that. You can, you know, and
Yeah.
I just tell them 10% discount, and then, you know, that can come back if they have order a second consecutive month again down the road. Yeah, but I do like the X, Y, and Z thing. I can try to be more prepared for that.
And I tell them that like with the hair stuff too. Like I'll say, you're probably not going to need the mask. So if you need the shampoo and conditioner again, you know, or the scalp treatment, you might need 2 bottles of that. You know, I just kind of mix it up for them so that they don't feel like they're just ordering sets all the time or,
Mhm.
you know, getting stuck. Anyway, I
Mhm.
don't know if that's helpful or not. I just thought I'd throw it in there.
I did want to just jump in here real quick and just say, whoever had said this before, that about the formatting, I thought the formatting of everything was spot on. And I think that, you know, if we wanted to use that as a template, so to speak, and then change up the theme. I mean, maybe this month it could be 90s, and we would do a 90s thing, but do it in the same way where, you know, people talked about and did their lives, you know, the first day, and then the second day did their whys. I thought that that formatting was just, like I said, spot on.
Thank you, Bye. Okay, curious to know, Mary, I'm just going to go through. I know that you had some people in the party. How many people did you have in the party?
Sorry. I had 8 people that said yes, and as we were talking, as you guys were talking, I was scrolling through to see if some of the views, if there were more people that checked it out. But I think I had 8 that were consistently looking at it, not always commenting, but
And
8.
how many were already or already customers previous, like already customers of yours of those 8?
4.
4. And then how
Mhm.
many had already ordered this past in August of those 4? Had all 4 of them been a customer that in August?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think that's part of the skewing the uh, data, I guess
Mhm.
you could say, because we had 120 something people, but I had 17, and I probably had 8 in there, maybe 9. I'd have to go back and really look, that already were customers and had already ordered through the month, because we had it after the 23rd. So their order had already processed, but said that they would jump in and check it out because they were so stuck on one thing. So this
Mhm.
month, most of them have switched it up. Like, oh, well, I didn't even know you had XYZ. You know, so I think that we probably had better numbers than what it sounds like, just based on 120 something people, but we probably each had quite a few customers in there that have already been a customer and already ordered this month.
Mhm.
So, but you're just exposing them to more products and different things for the future month.
You know
Mhm.
what? I tried to stay away from that this time because I felt like, you know, in my first party, I had all these people, and so I invited them to the Facebook party. They had already ordered, so I'm like, oh, you can win free product or whatever it was they were giving away at that time. And so then I felt like I just kind of like overworked them, I guess, or overexposed them when they were already my customers. So I didn't really want to bug them this time. So I really did more new people. And the other thing I do like about Facebook is, like there's this lady that I met, she lives in my old house and we shipped her something on accident. And I was trying to get her as a customer, and, you know, she didn't really know me from Adam. And I feel like, you know, I wanted to get her in it. And I think for her as a retired woman, that would have been an easier way for her than to try to get on a Zoom, which a lot of people, you know, elderly people don't really understand that, or should I say retired people don't really understand what Zoom is. So I think it's a good way for them, if they are on Facebook, to just kind of check it out without feeling the pressure of anybody trying to sell them.
So maybe this month we need to front load the month. Maybe we need to front load it this month and do the party earlier, before, you know, the 23rd run, so that, you know, we're inviting customers that haven't already ordered, and new potential customers, and that way our numbers might be better.
We also have the regional, the 25th and 26th.
The conference.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to say too that I don't know, it certainly wasn't planned. It just worked out that way. I had just done a ton of sampling prior to the party, and so I think that was helpful. So especially with the contests that they have going, if you send out 10 samples, you know, you get an entry in for this trip or whatever. I think that's real incentive. I belong to like this group and somebody's commented about a hair straightener that they had purchased, and I reached out to the person individually and I said, hey, I'm a brand partner with Neora. Would you like some shampoo, you know, a shampoo sample? And like she commented one time, but now, you know, like I texted her today and she said, oh, I got the sample, but we haven't used it yet. So I think that, you know, talk about front loading samples. I think that's really that's kind of the key. They can kind of, you know, get an opportunity to try the product, and then they get to see all these, you know, other really have all these other exposures, right? And then, you know, the second day is all about the opportunity, and they, you know, they have an opportunity to make a purchase. So they, you know, they feel it, they see it, they watch, you know, whatever, and that seems to kind of close that sales circle.
And one of the other things, and then we're going to move on because I know it's late for those that are on the East Coast, is I always invite every single customer into every single party, because obviously they have the option to say no. The reason for me why I do that is because, one, they're exposing themselves to other things for reorders, you know, and kind of same thing with Christy said. But the other thing for that is I am able to say things like, okay, you didn't only earn the New York cash, but I sent every single person that I had in that party, especially those that are, and say, hey, you didn't earn, you know, you weren't one of the top 5 winners for New York cash, but I personally want to reward you with either the New York cash or a free, hydrogel is what I said for my people. And people are like, ooh, I already ordered this month. Can I use that $10 for next month? Sure thing. So now I've already got somebody saying, okay, well, now I want to order for next month. So it's helping, encouraging them to not constantly, but to consistently be exposed to all the products and different products, because we can share the products with our customers on Facebook or whatnot, but they may not really be zoning in or honing into to what I say, but what Mary says about a certain thing, it may strike a trigger like, ooh, yeah, I think I'll try that. But what I've said all this time means nothing triggered them, you know, and that happens all the time. So, okay, we will plan a party. We'll throw out some couple dates. We'll start throwing out themes. We'll do some of that and we'll get that part going. But I know that poor Dawn over there has to work early in the morning and it's 10:15 up there. So I do know that. Okay, so for those of you that did not that did not see the promos. I'm going to tell you what they are. Okay, so very happy about this. September Surge is what the promotion is called. So for those of you that, if you enroll a new brand partner, they are going to continue the $10 coupons. The difference this month is you as the existing or the brand partner that's enrolling somebody, you're also going to get more coupons in the equal amount that they enter in. So we now have all of the kits available. We have the skincare, the hair care, and the wellness. And then you get 3 coupons, and then the 506, the 1009. So the difference between this is we all got coupons last time as a starter off. This time, enter in a brand partner, and then you're going to get those for yourself as well. So this is the hair care. It's available. I'm super excited about that for, the way they package this for a couple reasons. One, it stays at that $199 price range, so I love that. It gives you all of the hair care, which is $155, but then it gives you 1 product out of our skincare and 1 product out of our wellness. So it exposes them to more than just the hair care. So a lot of times people will join just for the hair care. But this gives you an opportunity, okay, we can sample 30 samples out of the youth factor, and then we also have 1 for that. So I loved that. This is what I think, was it Patty was talking about. So this is the sample giveaway, the September giveaway, which is awesome. If you go into your back office, you send 10 samples in September. You can earn credit, 1 for a free sample for yourself, but plus if you get all 10 out, you can earn a chance to win a Cancun trip. It is the same resort that we go to for our, through Americana, and it's to Cancun, Mexico. So this is a resort that I've been to several times. It's gorgeous, it's beautiful, it's amazing. It's 3 days, 3 nights, 2 people, and includes your voucher. So if you get 20 samples out, you get 2. If you get 30 samples out, you get 3 entries in. So that's going to be super fun this year or this month. And then September, preferred customers, new or old, love that because that's not always the way it goes. So new or old, not old, but existing. You buy the complexion pads and the LumiBoost. You get the double free face wash, double cleansing free face wash for $104. So all 3 products for $104. There's where I would be pushing that into summer. Let's get your skin back in order. The sun has damaged our skin like crazy. Let's do some exfoliation. The LumiBoost works better. We want to start with a clean face. Perfect little package there. Okay.
Melissa, do you think that's an appropriate flyer to post on Facebook? Because it talks about ADO and all that stuff. Like I don't
think that's an appropriate flyer to post. Nope. I don't think
it is either.
I think you grab do what?
I don't think it is either.
Yeah, I think that you have plenty of other things that you can grab out of the Go Prospect images and grab that. Because like you say, people are like, what's PC ADO? What's QV? What's CV? Right. They have no idea. And that's just weird because that's our marketing tools for in-house. I know sometimes we can you can go in and like screenshot that and then clip it and then just grab the products and the free gifts. You can go and clip another piece and but I think you probably should, or if you're going to do that, clip off the top and put something big over the pricing area so that you don't see any of that. That's what I would recommend. Okay, perfect time to start sharing the opportunity with people. Shalyn Murphy, which every single one of you has had some sort of connection or contact with her. I think every single one of you. So this is a perfect time to share the business opportunity because you can physically or legitimately say that this is one of your top leaders, personal leaders, because she's my sponsor. So it's very in any type of connection you have, this is a perfect time for you to say, I really, whether you thinking about an opportunity or not, I would love for you to just hear this gal out. She's one of the reasons, why I love this company so much. She is a personal leader to me, and I would love for you to jump on. So I think that that's a great opportunity to have Shallon doing it this week. So make sure that, that's something. For those of you that are not registered for Get Real, I would highly recommend that you go to your back office and register the ticket. So those of us that already had tickets for Dallas, those automatically pull you into your registration. If you are new and hadn't registered for that, then you can go to getrealconference.com and you can get that $35 ticket. I really highly recommend it. Here's the schedule. So I love that they gave us the schedule, because it's really going to give us an opportunity to, one, focus in on those hours that we need to be in and focusing on. So Friday night from 3 to 6, that's those time frames is perfect for a general session. And then afterwards, every single evening afterwards, the first 2 evenings and then again on Sunday, they're going to have workshops. And so those are going to be kind of given to us throughout the conference. It's going to really tell us about what type of workshops, and there's going to be all different ones. So I might be on one different than you and stuff like that. So it'll be really I really love the way that they set this up and scheduled it. And then we have some great, yes, ma'am.
Will you post that flyer in our feed?
Yes, I'm actually going to post every single one of these in Dream Big, everyone.
Perfect.
I was just kind of waiting for tonight. So the pre-sale alert is this little guy up here in the upper right left-hand corner. That is available for you to go to the shopneora.com. You can buy that now. It's a t-shirt, it's a notebook, and a water bottle. And then they're going to have during conference, these are possibilities, I guess you could say. Amber was like, oh, I just love everything. So I wanted to throw it all out there. They're finalizing certain things. So these things are beauty box, a on-the-go box, a comfort box, a business toolbox, and a live happy box. And so these are all going to be great things that are going to be available to you that are sold during the Get Real conference that you can go on, and they're going to give you those links for when we get to those conference times. You'll be able to go in there and get that. So the thing that I wanted to share with you guys next is I wanted to kind of spice it up and oops, I stopped sharing, sorry. I wanted to kind of spice it up, not spice it up, but sweeten the pot maybe a little bit. And I wanted to do an extra thing for the team. So this is going to be for the team raffle. Is I kind of created an additional little swag, a whole bunch of different things, and I have more things coming in, but this is what I had already. So this is the pictures, but the team raffle is going to be, there's going to be 3 ways that you can enter. It is, 1, you get all your samples out. And so obviously you'll have to send me screenshots and things like that after you get all 10 of your samples out. Super easy. You go to your back office. It already shows me the date that they went out in September and all that, blah, blah, blah. 2, or I shouldn't say these are not consecutive. These are ors, or, and. So if you get your 10 samples out, you get an entry. If you are registered for Get Real, you get an entry. If you sponsor a new brand partner with a $190 kit or more, you get an entry. If you sponsor 3 people, you get 3 entries. So I'm going to pick several winners. This is not going to just be a one winner type of thing. I'll pick several different winners. Deadline to be entered is September 14th. So this is what I'm talking about when I say let's front load our month, is get those samples out so that we can be ordering and getting those things, out. Obviously, every single person on here can get 1 entry because every single person can register for Get Real. Even if you cannot show up for certain sessions, some is better than none. So I highly recommend that you go in. This is probably the only time that we're going to be able to have a possibility of having 100% participation because it doesn't require and the cheapest because it doesn't require travel. Obviously, it's not going to be as fun, but it won't require the travel and the hotel and the, all the expense it takes to go to conference. And then don't forget, you can already register for the the Denver conference. So, and again, Angela, I will put every single one of the flyers in Dream Big right after this. I'm going to dump them all in, so you'll have every single one of them. So I hope you guys are excited about that. So the things that we need to basically is 10 samples out. I've got one out, so I'm 9 to go. And basically what I'm doing is I'm telling myself I'm doing one every single day. Like every single day, I'm going to work until I have somebody that says, yes, I'll take a sample. Yep, I'll take a sample. So I'm going to offer it to many people. I'm going to offer it to all of my customers that have maybe stuck to a certain line. So I'm going to basically say, hey, you have been in love with our skincare for the last 3 years. But have you ever thought about like trying our wellness or our hair care? Because if you love that, our technology and the other products are just as equally amazing. So let me send you a free sample. Would you, do you want wellness or hair care, or vice versa? And so that's how I'm going to get quite a bit of my samples. So again, it's another way to get older customers to reorder. But I'm also offering it to new people too. Probably going to go back into the party. Anybody that didn't order, hey, I know it wasn't the right time for you to order any of our products. We have these 4 things available. Would any of these be of interest to you if I sent you a free sample? Would you be willing to try them out and give me your feedback? So another perfect way that you can front load that month and then get those in. And then let's see. So let's make a goal to get send the Shallon Murphy's webinar Wednesday night to at least 5 people. I think 5 people is a good goal because honestly, you will not grow unless you share the opportunity. It cannot just be product. I mean, you can get somebody to fall in love with product. You cannot grow without growing your brand partner. You cannot grow without sharing. So if anybody can say this business the best, Shallon Murphy is going to be right at the top of the cream of the crop that's going to share it and does an amazing job doing it. So, and then set your monthly goals. I know we talk about that a lot, but if you don't write them down, if you just kind of say them, in your head, it's really hard to visualize those coming to fruition. So if you hit PPC bonus this month, maybe your goal is PPC plus. Maybe your goal is if you hit 15, or maybe you hit 5% in your commissions this month, maybe your goal is hitting 1,500 in sales, so you get to 10%. Or maybe you've been at that 2,000 in sales, but you really want to push for that 3,000 to get into the 3,000 club. Write them down, put them in many, many places. And then obviously always the most thing that I can say is don't wait until the end of the month to try and accomplish your goals. Carve out time every day, just a little. If you can, do that just a little every single day and do all your, follow-ups in those cracks of your day. So that's really
Do you know what time this Shallon thing is tomorrow? I have someone asking me about it already.
It's 7 p.m. They're always at 7 p.m.
Central?
Yes.
See, here's something I wish I had more time on because I just saw that today.
There's
if I would have had 3 days to get 15 people on there and just talk showing up.
Every single Wednesday, there's a webinar. Every single Wednesday. It's just different people every single Wednesday.
Really? I had no idea.
Every single Wednesday. Yep. I just grabbed this one specifically for you guys because it's Shallon, and I know you guys have, it's hard when you have somebody in Canada and you don't even know the girl, and sometimes that's hard to promote, or sometimes if you have, I don't know, other people.
I just totally glitched out. So I missed what you said, but If you have advice and you want to send it to me, because it totally glitched out my computer.
Okay.
I did it on the internet.
Well, I'm
So
recording it too, so you'll be able to. Anybody can be able to rewatch this. But yeah, I'll put
yeah,
some
I mean,
things
I'm
in
gonna
there.
try to get people on there, but man, if I had 2 or 3 days to talk Shellen up, I could probably maybe
The
have a
great
brand
thing-
partner.
the great- well, the
I'll
great
try.
thing-
You just send it.
I just yeah,
Melissa.
I'll write some verbiage in. But the great thing is, they're recorded, so they are available afterwards in Go Prospect.
Oh, okay.
You have
Okay.
Melissa,
it's there.
Okay.
Melissa,
are
I
they
just want to say one last thing.
Sure.
I just want to say one last thing. If maybe we could consider for the party, this coming party, that like we come up with a really great theme. Maybe it's 90s, but a 90s theme like Patty suggested. But the point I was trying to make earlier was that maybe we ought to add a little bit more to it other than just Miora, and give people like some tips, tricks, advice about, anti-aging. Like if we could add a couple of videos about that maybe on Saturday, like so we do a couple, maybe we do a couple of why I joined the business and what is my why, but maybe we do a couple like, try this.
This is how I
Yes.
use the product. This is how I find I
Use
get
the,
the
this
best.
is, this is my nighttime regime. This is what I do kind of thing. I don't know. I think it would be kind of cool.
I think that sounds great. We'll definitely incorporate that. Yeah, great suggestions, everybody. All right, I'm gonna let you go. It says totally longer than I know. It lasted an hour tonight. I'm so sorry. But it was very good conversation. I loved all the feedback and suggestions and everything that went along with that. I, of course, will drop in everything into Check the Team page, and I'll put every flyer that you guys saw today in that. Sound good? All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.